So, hi everyone. Right, I'm going to do a wee quick, well, famous last words. I'm going to do a wee quick one. And like I said, if you're new, I used to do a wee intro, but oh my god, I've never liked doing it and I really can't be bothered. So, just read the info bit or something. Or, actually, Charlotte, thanks for reminding me. I was going, oh, look at that, might be relevant. All I want to do is talk to you in the shop. Um, um, oh god. Do you know what I'm hearing now? That's Kevin and Perry. Like, what I was gonna say was, all I want to do is do it. But I'm sure that's from Kevin and Perry, which I haven't seen since I was a teenager. That's so hilarious. But I mean, yeah, all somebody wants to do is talk. Oh fuck! Sorry, that's fucking. I'm gone. I'm gone. Oh, this is already looking like an interest. I've taken the fucking listen. I'm taking the fucking dressing gown off for this. I've actually got over my dressing gown because it's so cold, but now it's things are heating up. Maybe that's relevant as well. Jesus Christ, because I mean that isn't about doing something. Do it, all I want to do is do it. I'm pretty sure it's when they're talking about shagging. Right, okay. So, oh, what's this? Oh, how interesting. I was just about to say that. I'd planned to do my client reading uh, today as well, and it just didn't happen. And I've not got the energy to do that. So again, because it's like, again, I give you all my energy too, but you know what I'm saying. It's quite late at night for me. Oh, actually, it fucking feels like it's 9:30. It's 7:30. Anyway, that is late at night because I've stopped doing my work late at night. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not to say that some one of you and most of my clients in America. Again, there's some people in different parts of the world, but most of you are either basically you're in America or you're in the UK. Do you know what I mean? So it's if somebody does need a session at night, that's fine. I would just plan it when I know I'm going to have the most energy around the most energetic moons or something like that. Like for instance, the full moon in Leo is this coming weekend, and that's a Sunday. Um, but again, I don't work weekends, so yeah, I've got. But anyway, you can just email and I'll help you out. Right. So um, basically, um, yeah. So we'll do. What I'm saying is, we'll just see what comes up in this one. I don't know. Don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know what kind of vibe it's going to be. I just always go to it open minded. What was I going to say? What came up? Oh, yeah, so Lakshmi Abundance came up on the shorts there today that I filmed today, and I filmed all the rest of them too, and they were all very. It was that vibe again, occasionally it comes through. It came through not that long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, about like it's all this excitement around like go through the gate or go through the door to the new earth. It's all that kind of vibe again, but it is true. It's like we are living, like, again, sorry guys, I know I can go a bit dark sometimes with this, but sorry not sorry, right? You try having fucking Pluto and Scorpio in the fucking 12th house, it's no easy. It's that. It's, and this card, by the way, this has come up for like all my clients that I've done, but it's because it was sitting there, but it was relevant. But it's like this is what's going on. If you're in the old Earth, chaos is basically happening. It's like it looks like a tornado to me. It's like, and if you are really finding that it's like, yeah, things are just really chaotic and kind of going all over the place. You're too much in that energy. So again, it's like definitely those of you that are divine masculines or maybe a bit newer to the journey, um, your lives will be even crazier because if you weren't really aware of like ascension or protecting your energy or clearing your chakras or balancing your energy or any of these kind of things, it really will be that. But I'm talking like even those of you that are well aware of this could be experiencing that too, because even when you've got all of the knowledge of it and that, you can't escape it. Do you know what I mean? It still happens to me when it's meant to as well, but it just happens a little bit less. But like I said in the written post, we're in Aquarius season. Aquarius is expect unexpected surprises. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really fucking good. It's great. It's expect a miracle kind of energy, and it's out the blue. And again, twin flame shit is always like that. You know what I mean? Like I always say, it's not likely that your twin's gonna rock up on you when you're feeling your best and looking your best. It's going to be when you're not. You know what I mean? it's just always, well, not, but I always just get this image of like, you've been sitting about in your jammies and you're fucking like you've not washed your hair and whatever your kind of idea of a bit of a nightmare would be for somebody to be like, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever, whatever kind of energy, but again, it's like, it's not something that would be like, they're kind of saying to me, it's not that big a deal, is it? Because again, I would imagine if you're wanting to hear from your twin, you're really not going to give a fuck. And if you do give a fuck, you probably need to work on your self-esteem and your insecurities a little bit more. And I'm saying that with love because, you know what I mean? It's like, it's about self-love, this journey. And it kind of, right, do you know what, that's hilarious. Do you know what image they just gave me? In Bridesmaids, when she God, I got the giggles tonight. When she gets to, I'm telling you, I'm tuning into that Leo full moon already. I bet you that's because I just text one of my best friends that is a Leo moon. And remember, Leo moon is my favourite moon sign. So this is probably, yeah, this is probably my favourite full moon of the whole year, is the Leo full moon. And then I'd say closely followed by my own moon, full moon in Sagittarius. And then the Aries moon. So basically, I love the fire moons, but yeah, I think she's like affected my energy in quite a fun, playful way, because it is like when me and her connect, it is just like we're just it's just fun. Anyway, so oh yeah, so anyway, I was saying the scene in Bridesmaids where, if you haven't seen it, but I mean, if you haven't seen it, oh my god, if you need a laugh, like I just never get bored of watching that. By the way, can I just say, and I'll find it in my phone if you haven't spotted it, but the next time you're watching it, right, you might have already seen it. If you actually freeze frame when she opens the box with the favour, or whatever you call it, like, the invite to the, it's not the wedding, is it? The invite to the sort of, the engagement party, I think, oh fuck, whatever it is, the thing before the wedding, she opens it up, right, and it's like, I think it's like a fucking vibrator or something, I don't know, but it's like in the shape of like something funny, I can't remember now, right? But it says twin flames, like on the candle or whatever it is, but on the box it says twin flames. So it's just fun fact there. But oh, and what's coming to me now is hold on for one more day. Well, that might be relevant as well. Hold on for one more day, whatever that means to anyone. Okay, interesting. And of course, one more day, it depends on which way you see it. Would that be the 1st of February, which is tomorrow as I'm filming this, in bulk, St. Brigid's Day? And I'm just laughing because someone was just saying to me, they'd forgot that that's what the day was about, and that was really quite funny because that's her name. But anyway, so, right, basically, what was I going to say there? Oh yeah, God, see what I mean? They keep making me float off. It's that it's basically she's oh okay, we'll just go with this because that's actually kind of in line with what I channeled about the Love Island thing as well. If you read the written post, and basically the whole point of what I wrote in the written post. So if you're new, by the way, me talking is part of the. I don't like calling it a reading. It's fucking more than that, but whatever. It's reading and healing, energy reading, whatever you want to call it. It's all relevant. But basically, in Love Island, which is just a shitty reality program, but again, listen, I do love watching shit like that. I do. Like, I watch old episodes of Towie all the time too, and I get loads of signs in it and that too for myself and clients. And but it's because, again, another fun fact, because remember, I am a counsellor, a therapist, a healer, and I found this fascinating for myself because I do this, and I was like, oh shit, I never knew that if you do watch old reruns or repeats of your favourite programmes like that, do you know it's because it calms your anxiety? It's because when life's a bit unpredictable and chaotic, and you don't know what's round the corner, because what I feel is really happening for a lot of the collective is, it's like, even if you've already went through lots of relationship changes or friendship changes or whatever kind of changes like that in your life, I feel there's like another sort of wave of that happening because of this. Because like I said, it's some people are choosing to not go further in that process. and they're not vibing with you anymore. That's what I heard, or resonate, or whatever. And it's, you know, and a bit of it is because people are in their own chaos. And when you're in your own chaos, your dark night, so you don't always notice that until you're out of it too. So that's the other complicated thing. But and again, so if anyone's watching this and that is aim, again, it'll just be triggering, like, you know, it'll just be triggering a whole load of people. But again, it's like, it's a hard one, isn't it? Because I remember, that's what I always say, when I was in mine, I just wanted to tell everyone to fuck off. And it was even when people were being really nice and suggesting that I meditate and go a walk and that. And I was just like, get the fuck, man. Like, that's, I wasn't saying that, but I was thinking in my head, you've no idea how I'm feeling, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I'm going through a major spiritual awakening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm becoming my higher self. Do you know what I mean? I didn't reply with any of these answers, but it was pretty rough. And so I understand more than anyone. But without, you know, going in a big long-winded kind of going into what I went through in the past, or what I can still go through when it's, you know, divinely timed for me for it to test my compassion and understanding and empathy. You know, basically that's what I'm saying. Like, before it was a bit more like, yeah, it was more of an emotional punching bag. And because I'm so understanding, and I totally get it, because I went through it long before anyone else that was around me, and I'm here to be an ascension guide. Like, I'm here to support people through this. But like I said as well, you know, I have got my own feelings, I'm my own sensitive, extremely sensitive. And when chaos and change comes into my life as well, or like say, I can always feel when that's happening to my twin, or I can feel when it's happening to Twinflame Collective. It is all a bit much. So again, that's when I'm guided to really protect my energy, as I've just seen it's about to reach 11:44. And I've actually put the phone upside down, so I hope I can turn this around. I usually can. I hope I can turn this around. I meant the phone, but that's going to be relevant. Someone is hoping they can turn it all around, and all they want to do is talk to you. So that's definitely going to be, well, these are the twin flame cards, but that's definitely going to be about twin flames there more specifically. Whereas I was sort of channeling there about any kind of change in dynamics in your life. And that can be literally anyone, jobs, friends, family. It could be moving away from, like, lovers, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or people that are married, you know, even that's even bigger chaotic changes. But basically a lot of change. So, because 9 is endings as well. God, do you see what I mean? This card has just been sitting there all week and it keeps providing the thing. So anyway, yeah, that's a wee preview of what. So let me see. I'm going to just pull these cards. With me saying that about, so like what I'm saying is it's difficult to describe what they're saying to me, but I'm trying my best. Again, that's going to have something to do with it. Somebody's finding it difficult to articulate how they're feeling, but they're trying their best, or they're going to try their best. So that would be for you, if you're on the receiving end of it, to go easy on people. But yeah, basically what I was saying is, I've got to find the balance between being too understanding of people that can lash out or be a bit cutting, or, you know, things like that, or snap or whatever, and not putting up with that shit, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, until I really tightened up my boundaries, believe it or not, because again, I know people know me for teaching boundaries and, you know, maybe, you know, seeing me as taking no shit, but again, I'm a softie. So when I know somebody's in a dark place and they don't really mean it, I'm very forgiving and compassionate. But again, we do always have to take personal responsibility as well for it. And again, I think they've got me to say this because of what I said about today's energy. So hopefully I can just get this. I'm going to do it for another 50 minutes and I'm going to get off, actually, because then I can upload it. But it's like, with that conjunction of the moon, your feelings, and Mars, your action, but it's anger, and Gemini's about speaking your truth. If you are in a place of chaos, which not everyone is, but some people could be in a bit of that, you know, a bit of pain. Like I said, there's a mixture of people's Chirons getting hit right now. It doesn't necessarily mean to, you know, Chiron is an Aries, but it's the different sort of aspects it can make with different people's charts. Like, for instance, when I know it's really actually hitting mine in quite a big way, that's probably when I haven't put a video. It's definitely when I haven't put a video for either a week or quite a while, you know, or sometimes there could be something else going on, I just can't even, you know, because a lot of the time, I've just not felt like it, guys. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I've got to be feeling it. Like, I've got to have the energy to do it, and then I do it. That's basically how that's how Divine Feminine is. Go with the flow kind of thing. Because I get quite excited to do this. But let's check who that is. That's funny. I'm babysitting both my nieces on Friday night there, and I was just saying that to one of my best pals, and she was just like, good luck. But they're actually good as gold. They're wee angels. Famous last words. I'll let you know how that goes. Right, so what have we got here? I'll just be needing to sleep all day and have that time myself on Saturday, I think. Saturday and Sunday I'll be fucking exhausted. Oh god. And also it's the full moon in Leo on Sunday. So yeah. I'm not even kidding, by the way. If you think I'm kidding, like, see, whenever I've had the two of them stay over at once, when they leave the next day, mind you, the wee one's a bit older now, but it's I was exhausted. Like, it was like, whether it was mum and dad picking up or their mum and dad, it was just like, you know, like, love you, see you later, you know, take them. And I seriously was going back to my bed, and it was like the middle of the day. I was fucked. I don't know how you do it. But no. And this full moon is the full moon of children, actually, because the 5th house is sex. And of course we know sex creates the children. And so it is about children, birth, new beginnings, fun, playful energy. Well, it's not really about new beginnings, but because it's about birth and children, it's not everyone's birthing children, are they? You're birthing new situations. This jumped out, oh, look at that, wow. I'm not going to lie to you, this deck does have a lot about activations and gateways, but they don't all say that. Like what's on the bottom, see? Oh my god, they don't all say that, but look what the bottom card says. Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Again, this is a great thing for the divine masculines that all they want to do is talk to you. This is a fucking brilliant thing. We need you to do that. The divine masculines need to communicate to their divine feminines. In fact, I'd advise you, not only, but it's when they're pulling my eyes to the throat chakra part of my chakra flag too. I'd advise that is the wisest thing to do, is to go straight to the source, because so many people try to muddy the waters in these connections. I'm going to keep saying it until people get that. But when you know that you can trust people and you're needing to run stuff by some before you take action, understandable and whatever, but that is what they're telling me to say. But yeah, learning experiences, wisdom, transmission, earth, intelligence. And again, I don't really ever use that word transmission, but really every time I do this, by the way, it is a transmission. Do you know what I mean? It's just different people use different words for things. So it's like the light code activations and all that are coming in for what you need on your journey. I can see a rainbow. I can see a rainbow. Sorry, I can hear my breathing hasn't really recovered since that chest infection. So it's I've not got asthma, but in the cold weather I can experience a bit. And I was out for a walk, but like I say, it's like, you know, it's not been quite right since that. Anyway, I could just hear myself like gasping for air. Not gasping for air quite, but you know what I mean. But maybe I'm picking up on someone else that's a bit like that out there too. So yeah, it's another gateway. This it feels like this full moon in Leo, this coming Sunday, is like a bridge to the new earth. That's what I'm going to say, because Leo energy to me really does remind me of rainbows, actually. It's probably why it's my favourite. And my friend that's texted me there as well, that is a Leo moon, that's the kind of thing I think about, and rainbows and stuff as well. It's quite funny because I'm just thinking I've got another friend that's very like that too, but this is what I'm saying. That's how you should feel about your friends. You know what I mean? They should make you feel happy, and like it's not a chore to, you know, like for instance that friend I'm thinking about, it's not a chore to me. It's like something really fun. Like it almost feels like it's so much fun when I meet up with, in fact, both these people I'm thinking of, it's so much fun when I see them. It feels like, God, life doesn't get to be this good. So I mean, that's the kind of friendships I've got left in my life. Do you know what I mean? If you don't feel like that about your friends, then you need to do something about it, basically. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes it is a case that you just need to hash it out, and there's been a bit of misunderstanding there as well, because Mercury retrograde causes all of that and stuff. But like I say, it can just be sometimes people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But also, to get really deep here, sometimes it's different people's insecurities and attachment styles, and they leave you before you leave them because they think you're going to abandon them. That's really deep, but it's true. And it's weird the way your subconscious will create imaginary scenarios so that you pull away first. So that is interesting, because that could go for, again, any relationship, that could go for friendships, but
that could go for Twin Flames too. Well, it definitely has went for Twin Flames. Right, anyway, so what else do we need to know here? What else did I finish what I was saying about? Did I finish what I was saying about Bridesmaids? I think I did. Oh no, I didn't even. So the scene, I didn't even describe the scene. So the scene I was seeing was when she wakes up in the morning, and that's why it got me talking about Love Island again, because she wakes up in the morning with a dickhead, basically. Sorry, there's no other. You know, I know it's not nice to call people names, but there's no other fucking name to call that guy in that film. He's meant to be a dickhead, and he does a good job at being one. But yeah, he's like basically, you know, it is hilarious because it's like, you know, she rushes to put on her makeup and, you know, her lipstick and that, and then she gets back into bed and then pretends that she's just woke up, and she's like, I didn't, you know, I didn't know you're awake, or you startled me or something, right? And it is really funny. And then he's like, I can't remember if he says that she looks good or something, but then he's like, wow, this is really awkward. I really want you to leave, and I don't know how to tell you. It just always fucking kills me because it's like, it's just, you know, basically she's, you know, really into him and he's not into her. Again, God, that can seem like the Twin Flame journey too as well, can't it? But it's not the truth. Wait a minute, let's shuffle them when I said that. But again, you see that, you know, but that could be the kind of scenarios that some people are getting in out there. You know what I mean? The decisions we make when we're drunk aren't always the ones that we would make sober, are they? But again, what they just said to me, sometimes they are though as well. Sometimes you actually do what you really want to do. You find that extra adrenaline rush, and you're just like fuck it, and that's when it's a good thing. But when it can be a bit chaotic, is when you wake up in the wrong bed with the wrong person, and you're like, fuck, what have I done? So why am I saying that? I keep seeing signs of you everywhere I go. Please be a patient a little longer. Sorry, I'm refraining from making a joke. It really depends how long it's been, guys. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if it's been like decades or lifetimes, or you know what I mean. So many songs remind me of you. Oh shit! I was gonna put on the Spotify. Turn the volume down though. Let's press the button. Oh my god! Look what's just came on. I just added that the other day because I heard it on a shorts. Players. I'm not shitting you. And I just fucking channeled something about that sounded like that. So again, yes, could it be that somebody is still in that mode? I think going by what I channeled about the Love Island, yeah, it is for the guys or the gals that are still in that energy. But it's also about where somebody has come out of. But yeah, the fact that player, that's actually, by the way, about a woman being a player. It's quite a catchy song. That's not about a guy being a player, but again, this can be any sex. But it's more, that song's more about, although it's called Players, it's more about like being on it, like making money and that, you know what I mean? Like an independent woman kind of vibe. That's not, by the way, that's again one of the, I didn't actually get it for the words. I just really, really did like, and that's rare because I remember channeling about that once. I was like, yeah, all songs mean something and all the words and everything, but to be honest, I just really loved the tune. And then I thought, oh, that'd be quite good to have on there because when I'm channeling about things like this, and I was right because I literally just added that a couple of days ago. Anyway, what else? I need you back in my life. That isn't a song, I just made one up, but there will be. There's loads of songs like that. I need you back in my life, but I can't face you right now. And again, maybe it's because there's that chaos going on of any kind. I want to come back home. You're where I belong. I don't like why every time I read that it makes me think of a song. Run into you. You go, oh, it's crazy love again. I was just like, you gave it, yeah. There's something about running to you, yeah. But there's another one as well. What was coming to me there? It's whenever I hear I'm on my way, driving at 19 down these country lanes. Okay, I'm not going to sing it all, but you know, singing to Tiny Dancer, and it's not that bit. So it's I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. It's that bit. I think I like that song because I like that. I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. But it's just, I like it. It's like, I'm on my way. Because it always feels like someone is on their way to you. So I feel that is going to be relevant to someone.
Sorry, that's why it's fucking comedy doing this. But now is not the right time, so don't get excited. But they miss you. Look at that, I miss you. Of course your fucking twin flame misses you. It's your fucking energy. I'm not good at communicating my feelings with you. That's so funny with everything that I've said. But yeah, it's true. But like I said, that's an aspect of, this is deep, but again, that's an aspect of you. If your twin feels like they're not good at communicating their feelings to you, there is an aspect of you that is not good at communicating their feelings with them. You're not good at communicating your feelings with them either. You know what I mean? It is a two-way street. It's just, it's a wee bit different for others to see that, and maybe even you, if you've not really done that deeper work. Because look at how expressive I am, actually. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can channel all day about twin flames. Well, I can't. It gets fucking boring at times. You know what I mean? I've got to be in the mood, but it's my fucking life, so I've not got a choice. But I've not got a choice if I want to be truly happy living my calling anyway and helping who I'm meant to help. But what I'm saying is, it's like, when it actually comes down to me and my actual twin flame, my legs go to jelly and I lose the words like anybody else. Do you know what I mean? So, and look, I just shuffled all those cards in the same, see, and that, they're just backing you up to say, yeah, Claire's, telling the truth there. I'm not good at communicating my feelings with you. I don't want to lose you. I want to come back home to where you belong. So basically, divine feminine, divine masculine, mirroring one another there. I would say, right, let's just put them down there. God, this is fucking going all about the place. Anyway, I didn't really have a plan, so we never do. Did I read that? I attract only positive people and uplifting experiences in my life now. Right, so they're wanting me to talk about so they want me to speak what I wrote earlier, in case you prefer listening. So what I meant about Love Island is, that's what I'm going to be watching very soon, actually, but it's basically, there's this, there's a guy on it, and he, like, come on, like, each to their own, but he is hot, right? But then it's funny, because I was watching something earlier about simulations and that, and it's kind of funny how it's like, yeah, you just don't know how real any of this is anyway, but he is extremely good. So whether he's been picked out as extremely good looking or whatever, but it's weird, like on Love Island, I always notice there's like there's a certain type every year. Like it's like it's basically a cast, and they cast the same type of people every year. I swear. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, he's the typical kind of good looking bad boy, being a bit sneaky, and he's telling one she's got a chance, and then going away and kissing another on the terrace. And it's kind of like, you tough to see it to know what I mean, but I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of it, right? Because whatever, it is a game. If you put yourself on there, you're going to see the person you were kissing yesterday trying it on with somebody else the next day, right? That's what it is. It's a fucking sick game. Like, why anyone would want to put themselves through that hell, I'll never know. You know what I mean? I know they win 50 grand and all that, but fucking hell, like, it's not worth it for the, humiliation. Anyway, and the just, the pain that it must cause, you know what I mean? You'd have to be pretty robust to put yourself on that anyway. But, and also, the things you will have had to swap, your sovereignty, if if you're digging what I'm saying, to be on that, I'm pretty sure. Aye. All programmed to the Matrix. Basically, yeah, it's what they were saying to me, is it's like he's operating from feminine energy, distorted masculine, but he's basically being the feminine, and he's letting all these different girls, because there's more than two, it's like about fucking 3 or 4 that are after him. And that's what I was basically saying, is like, listen, if you are a woman, like, forget gender here, because this is a guy and this is women that are after him, so I'm going to say women and man, right? So change it to whatever applies to you. But he's in distorted masculine energy, and he's being very feminine, letting the girls go to him, and then the girls are being very toxic masculine, because they're actually competing against one another. And it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying, like, they're trying to normalise that shit, and that is, like, not how it's meant to be at all. And again, that's very deep, because then you get, I now can see, because of, like, my own awakening and that as well, I can see that, when you get this kind of whole independent woman, and I'm going to ask him out before he asks me, like, I actually think that's a bit of a,
I think that's a bit of like a kind of trick of the matrix to distort it all in that and to fuck all the energies out. Again, that's really deep, but if I'm saying it, it must be true because I channel God's words. But do you know what I mean? It is interesting. But there's loads of things. I could go deeper into that. Again, my North Node in Gemini is going in, guys, is going in. I should have known when they wanted me to talk in the Gemini moon. Again, you see what I mean? They made me rest for Mediumship Monday for my own healing. And then they're like, throat chakra activation, boom, Claire, we need you to say this. Because with a North Node in Gemini, it's never going to not be controversial. I'm going to say what other folk don't say. Do you know what I mean? If you hadn't noticed. But that's all right. That's fine. I accepted my purpose a long time ago. Right, where you want me to go with it? Yeah, so basically he's acting like the feminine and all these women are chasing after him. But, you know, this is what I'm saying, each their own. But see if you are a woman that finds that attractive, that you have to compete against other women to get a guy, go and get a therapist. Like, seriously, go and get a counsellor, because that is not, you know what I mean? It's not healthy. And it's not to say, like, what I'm trying to say is, it's like listen, I'm an Aries, a Venus in Aries, right? It's like, there's another way to go about it. You can do it in the energetic realms. Do you know what I mean? Like, make it known who you want or what you want. But then just do your thing. And when we're talking about twin flames here, if it is your true twin flame, if there's even a question for anyone out there of if someone is that, they will, you know, the energy upgrades, activations, whatever it is that that person needs for their own spiritual awakening, it will occur, and it will be a rapid change. Like, it'll be chaotic for them and for you, like all the changes that will take place from it. What I'm channeling here sounds very Aquarius, and we are in Aquarius season. But until then, basically, like, you know, I'm going to assume that lots of other people are like me, and it's like, that is so not attractive. Like, it's not attractive to watch. You know, it makes that guy that's really hot seem even less attractive when I'm watching that program. Again, he's a lot younger than me anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can appreciate when someone's good looking, but it's a shame, really. It really is a shame. Because you can see how the programming, like, you know, he's like, again, even when, oh, that's interesting, that song was on called Players, and look what's just ending. I could hold you in my arms, do I could hold you forever. That's Ray LaMontagne, that's one of my faves. But yeah, that's basically the truth of it. Oh, there we go. So the first song is Players, and it's like, because even like one of those, because they're really young, right? So we're giving them a break, right? It is a game, but it's like, you know, they were like players and all that, like, and it's like fucking, you know, high-fiving, and it's like, no, mate, that's not cool. You're on the TV, and I've not got Twitter anymore. I got fucking rid of it about over 6 months ago because that's toxic as well. But it's like, there's probably a whole bunch of folk fucking bashing you on Twitter for acting so toxic. 33 minutes, divine masculine, and that certainly is not divine masculine behaviour. But you know what I'm saying? They're young and they're learning. And that's, I remember saying that when it was the last one in the summer, you know, when that guy with the, oh look, there's ADHD, with that guy with the, he was really good looking too, but you know, with the ADHD was getting a bit fucking overexcited with the new hot toddy and all that. Again, it happens, right? Because again, guys are literally, a lot of them are used, if you're watching this, you don't fucking stand a chance for the most part of your life, because it's programmed into you to be that toxic. So if you actually aren't, well fucking done. If you are or have been, forgive yourself and, you know, have a come to Jesus moment. Oh, and that's weird because it was 33 minutes and that is associated with Jesus. But you know what I mean? Like, you can be reborn and you can be somebody that, you know, actually it's way more cool to be in a loving, secure attachment relationship with somebody that is building me up, supporting me on my good days, supporting me on my bad days, and they've got my back and I've got their back, rather than these toxic women that I've been with before that I find out, oh, they're sleeping with my pal, they've been sleeping with my brother. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all these kind of, I'm not saying that's happening on Love Island, but that does happen in real life, and that's karmic energies. It's basically, who wants to be around friends or lovers where you got to fucking keep one eye open like that? Not me. That's why I've been single 20 years and I do not regret it. Right. What is the what does the Divine Masculine want to say? These are the in separation cards. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. Well, shit the bed, that fucking makes sense for that, doesn't it? And this is what I'm saying, right? I'm predicting, because it's no fucking hard, that guy on Love Island, well, it's, never mind predicting, I've already seen it happen. He kissed the other one. And then she was making me cringe, because she was talking about, like, oh yeah, we'd make loads of noise on that, like, talking about shagging. It's like, listen, hey, anybody could do that, right? But we're all watching me on the telly, you know what I mean? You've just seen he's fucking yanking your chain and about 3 others. You should have a bit more self-respect anyway, that's my opinion. But, and I'm going to give it in a Gemini moon. But then he goes down the stairs and he's fucking telling the other one, like, that plays hard to get, like, that, oh yeah, I don't really see anything happen with her. But he's been fucking necking on her, do you know what I mean? Anyway, it's just, that's what I'm saying. They're all young, but it doesn't really matter. This shit still sort of goes on, and it's what it looks like when I'm watching that. It does look like that guy's just fucking doing whatever the fuck he wants, because he knows he can, because they're all falling at his feet. That's basically, that's basically what it is. And so whether you are the guy that allows yourself for that to happen, I'm sure it is rather nice to get all that attention at some points in your life, but at some point you're going to reach that, if you haven't already, that point where you're like, fuck, I've lost a diamond while picking up stones, and stones that they actually get thrown back at me. I don't know what that means, but it does make sense, doesn't it? I'm sure it'll make even more sense than ever that's for. But it's also, yeah, it kind of reminds me of, it's like that whole kind of like keeping the little wifey pure. And that's funny, I've worn white, but like keeping the little wifey pure, but like I'll just fucking run over here and fucking, you know, get on with the hoot. You know, it's, yeah, that's a bit harsh, but it's true. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, and it's not cool either, because again, it's like they're all going to get hurt. Like that girl that was given at the sex chat, even though she knows she's thrown himself at him, and he's actually wanting the other one, because he's already said she's got a pretty face, and that's why the other one got dumped, because he said he was coupled up with her. But he was saying, oh, I'll have your body, but I'll have her face. Like, no woman's going to fucking like that. Do you know what I mean? like she was saying, what, I'm just a booty. But anyway, it's you get what I'm saying. It's just on the television where it's being demonstrated as toxic behaviour. And unfortunately, you know, some people will be old enough and, you know, have educated themselves enough to get that, wow, that's not cool to behave like that. But other people, especially the younger generation, haven't, and they're actually seeing that that's cool. You know what I mean? It's fucking worrying. Protect your kids. I'm trying to move on, but the thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. And that's interesting, because you see, when people can't control that, one of the ways that some men will, and women, will deal with that is, yeah, they will, you know, get the best way to get over someone is get under someone. Do you know what I mean? They say all these things on programs like that, and people's friends can give them fucking shitty advice like that, but it doesn't fucking work. Do you know what I mean? And the song that's on now is This Love, James Arthur, and I'll never forget, right? He's, again, we all know if you're not new here, like, he's my favourite, right? And like, I thought I knew all the songs, but I actually only heard that song, I think it was like last, I don't know if it was this time last year or last summer or something, and it gave me chills, because all the words, I was like, wow. But it's basically about somebody saying, oh, that's the end of the song, yeah. So take your aim and shoot, and I'm on my way now. Oh, that's interesting, when I was channeling about the other one. Is this really love? I need to know, because I've never been this close. So all these demons I'm letting go, because I can see what is beautiful. It finally feels like I'm coming home. Right, okay, you can read it yourself, or listen to it yourself, but you know what I'm saying? There's clearly a theme here. So I get what they're saying. It's like, listen, you've got a past, your twin flame will have a past. I was going to say your friends have got a past, but whatever, everybody's got a past is the point, right? But it's like, if you truly know that that is your twin flame with all your heart, and if you don't know, if you're a bit confused, you really need to book a session with me if you trust me, or find somebody else that knows what they're talking about, that's their fucking life's work. You know, there are a few people out there, but it's all about resonance. Your twin flame will get their shit together in divine time and not a moment sooner. But like I channeled earlier, they're going to need to do something. Divine time doesn't mean you do nothing. My heart, and I'm not saying that people are doing nothing, by the way. People are doing something, even if it feels like they aren't. My heart always comes back to you, even when I don't want it to. There's a theme. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world yet. And so again, it's not always about the romance of the twin flame journey. What it awakens in someone as well is that wanting more out of life. And wanting to, maybe change up careers, wanting again just not resonate with the same kind of people that they resonated once with. It can just bring up lots of questions and feeling very lost. And so does Gemini Moon. I cheated you out of real love. I ghosted you because of my own insecurities. Holy fucking shit, man. Well, if that ain't what, that's so weird. See what I mean? That's what I've channeled about Love Island. Because it's like, I can see what's happening, that he actually has feelings for that's what it is actually. See, I'm being a right psychologist here. He actually is a bit scared of that one with the dark hair. She's really hot too, but he's a bit scared of her. And how interesting, by the way, her name's Olivia. And earlier today, when I popped into Mum and Dad's, I was drawn to a bar of soap called Olivia. So Olivia might be relevant to someone out there. It doesn't even need to be that's you or that's your twin flame or that. It could be anybody. You're like, but and I channeled something about Olivia before. I wonder if it's someone in the spirit world or someone. Now they're pulling me the name Eileen on something over there. Anyway, these random things will be, so that's the mediumship jumping in. But yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, so I'm saying that I think that guy's going for every fucker else because actually the other one scares him and he's actually really quite insecure. Because that's most people. Unless, again, I'm going to be, unless you've had decent therapy and you spend the time with a therapist working out why you feel so insecure, and then you're able to get your shit together after however long you need in the therapy. And and then they're showing me Goodwill Hunting, because again, that's a brilliant example of that in just 8 sessions. And that's basically that's the shortest time that I do with people. My sessions I tend to make them 12 because 8 is kind of, quite tight, but it is possible. I have done that with clients before. And then, like, say other people want to do it for a year or a couple of years. Like, say I was with my counsellor for 7 years and I still would have been more if she hadn't retired. Do you know what I mean? Pretty selfish of her. But, oh shit, I still haven't fucking sent that. Anyway, this is what I mean, ADHD. You see, I still haven't sent that bloody card that I remembered the last time. And again, this is bringing me on to something actually. They wanted me to talk about that. I think it's very easy to judge other people's ways of being in love languages if yours isn't the same. So, like, for example, so you know what I just said there? I was like, oh shit. Like, what I tend to do, right, and you might even be one of these people I've said this to, I tend to collect wee presents for people, right? And then it's a weird habit. It's like I collect like memes or screenshots or photos or videos, and then I don't share them. It's a 12th house thing. It's a 12th house thing, but it's actually, it's my ADHD and like the other 5 million challenges, I'm going to say, that are also, they can be empowering as well, that I've got. But I was just thinking the other day, that would actually cause a real issue, wouldn't it, in all kind of relationships, if someone's love language is gift giving or whatever. I can't remember what you call it. Yeah, something like that, giving things. And I can think of loads of people that is their, like, quite a few friends of mine actually, where that is their language. They just love giving presents. And I've even, mistakenly, at first, when I've, first got to know people, I'm like, you need to give me stuff for me to, have your friendship, you know what I mean? And then I would always chase it up by something like, I just love spending time with you, or I love, quality time. But again, that's obviously because my main love language is physical touch, right? So obviously, when we're talking about romance here, that's going to be the obvious. It's going to be getting a wee cuddle and the fucking rest of it, right? But, which I've already said in previous videos, how I'm still fucking alive, I'll never know. Because if I've been single for 20 years and, like, it's been a long ass fucking time since the twin flame gave me a cuddle, it's yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's not great. It's not great. I am a warrior in all senses of the word, and yes, you've no idea. But yeah, I'd say that hot off the back of the physical touch one for me is obviously quality time. Like, that's what I value, and I know because in one of my new diaries I was filling out, it was like, right, how do you appreciate what was it? It was something like, how do you show your love to others? And right off the top of my head, and that's when it's coming from your deeper self, right? Your subconscious. I wrote, what did I write again? I wrote quality time, or energy. I wrote cuddles, something like, I can't remember what else I wrote, right? But it was very clear. And then it was like, how do you appreciate it back from others? And I wrote the same. And I wasn't even, it's hard to explain, I wasn't even conscious, but it was the exact same stuff that I wrote. And that's because that's my love language. So again, this is good for if you're vibing what I'm saying. If your love language is giving gifts or giving presents, and it doesn't match up, like, like, for instance, I actually really do love giving gifts, right? But with the love languages, you can't have them, because my friend was like, oh, I'm this, and this. I was like, no, you're one mainly, and then it can be in order. But I do love giving people gifts, right? But it's obviously not right up there, right? Because I first and foremost value time and energy, and that's why, see, whenever people have given me, and loads of you will know this, and I mean more than just a couple of people, when people have sent me a physical present, it's not very often, / maybe even never, but not never. Some people have managed to do that, depending on what's going on in someone's life, and if it's appropriate, because it isn't always appropriate with some of my clients. And I'm not going to go into all of that. Basically, I won't send them a physical thing, right? But I'll send like an e-card, or I'll maybe get around to send a card, or I will gift them with a session. And my sessions are not like little amounts of money. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. That's where I think cross wires can get. You can get cross wires with anyone in your life, friends, family, definitely lovers, and definitely twin flames. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but it does feel very, very in the collective right now, because that was all coming up a few weeks ago, and it's just, yeah. And the dog days are over on there, so to me that feels like Ascension stuff, that song, because it's like, run fast, free, whatever, I don't know the words, but it's like, run fast, like, fucking grab what you can, or fucking leave it all behind, I don't know, something like that, that kind of energy. But yeah, just really take that on board if that's meaning something to you, because I'm just sort of noticing that theme, with people, that it's like, and I'm very passionate about that, remember, because I've got ADHD when it comes to me. So, it's like, just because I don't shower people in gifts, it doesn't mean that I don't give back in the way that I can, and really that is because practically my head's up my arse with sending things and all that. And I'm always, whenever anybody has sent me that, I'm so fucking grateful. Like, I say thank you about a million times. But yeah, it's just really occurring to me that if somebody's really OTT with that, and again, I've got several very close friends that are like that. And I remember having a really deep conversation with one of my best friends about that, actually, and then it helped me understand more that really is just her language, So it's like, because I was like, you don't need to fucking be bringing me. Oh, my friend, other people are going to totally know who that is, and if she's watching it, she doesn't watch these big long ones. She might sometimes, but she wouldn't mind me saying that, but you don't need to bring me flowers every time. But I fucking love it, guys. It's like a guy, like, I fucking love that she brings me flowers every time. Do you know? I fucking love it. She brought me lilies no, not last week, the other week there, she brought me lilies. And I was like, that's meaningful, because I always get the name Lily for grandmother energy. Do you know what I mean? It's, and it's kind of like, yeah, anyway, but do you know what I mean? So it's very wise to take that on board, because it's like, and actually, in particular with that friend, because that is one of my physical friends that's in my life, when I do see like, it's easy for me to give presents to her because she's in my everyday physical life. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to fucking go to a post office or anything like that, or blah, blah, blah. But I'm just that, I'm that kind of person. I've always been like that. Anybody that knows me, I don't send Christmas cards, right? Never have. And when I found out I had ADHD, I really understood that, because it's just far too stressful, too awkward, and I'm not one of the people that sends Christmas cards. So do I receive Christmas cards? I still do, because, like, again, people want to, don't they? But I bet I don't receive even I definitely don't receive half as much as what most folk would, because of that. And I'm okay with that, because if people judge me, basically, because I don't like the word disability, but if people judge me because of those, quite frankly, yeah, hidden disabilities, then, you know what I mean? Is that really somebody that, you know, is being compassionate and empathetic. Not really, but sometimes it is just a bit of ignorance, and maybe not ignorance, just kind of not understanding that, maybe not recognising that. But it does just feel like they really want me to point that out, that just because your love language is something, don't assume that other people speak the same love language as you. And it is about having a conversation. So yeah, that is, God, that feels really, really important. I got to 50 minutes and I didn't mean to be this long this, because that feels important for everyone, so you don't misunderstand each other. But it also feels really important for twin flames, 100%. Because you could have people going like way above and beyond, like doing all this extravagant shit for somebody, right? This will, I don't know who this will apply. This won't apply to everyone, right? Because again, that could have people thinking, this is why I don't expect much, right? Because you could then have your bubble burst if things do not go the way that your fucking mind would. Look, see beneath you're beautiful as well. That's about people dropping their guards. But yeah, basically it is. It's kind, because now they're, that could apply to anyone, but now it's like they're kind of saying it to me. It's in the way of, a lot of men do that as a very masculine trait, to kind of like work really hard to come and have all this stuff to show. That's very caveman. It does, you know, it does originate from that. And then the feminists are like, wow, do you know what I mean? But, you know, maybe I'm doing some guys a bit of a favour here by being like, look, women are really simple, right? Just fucking, if you need to apologise, like, swallow your fucking pride and apologise. Yeah, bring flowers, do you know what I mean? There's flowers on that card. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. Yeah, don't stay in that energy. That's just depressing. I still see your smiling face in my mind's eye. Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about somebody like that, you need to do something about it. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. Well, you can't live the rest of your life like that. So, right, okay, so. Right, I'm going to wrap this up now. What do we need to know from this deck? Where's the Divine Feminine at? Oh, Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Yeah, the old way of being, of giving. This is like what I've been channeling all week, isn't it? See where you gave too much of your energy and you were too understanding. And like say, you allow yourself to be emotional punch bag for anybody. Basically being too, there is such, like, I didn't argue, but I kind of did once in a shamanic circle about this, right? And the person did see my point. There is such a thing as being too compassionate, right? Because I'd argue as a Scorpio rising, that is definitely me, conjunct with Pluto. I know what pain is, therefore I'm extremely understanding of when others are in pain and when they lash out. But that actually done me a disservice most of my life, because it meant that I was really hurting myself to make sure that other people's feelings were right, and that is not okay. And again, particularly if you're a divine feminine that does that, if you have recognised that and you continue to allow people to get away with too much when really they need to take responsibility for their own healing and not bleeding over other people that don't deserve it, because that's how it happens. Doesn't mean you can't forgive people when that happens, but if you've recognised it, don't ignore it, because guess what your masculine will do? That's really deep, but it's true. In order for that stuff to end, you know, you need to start a new cycle where you basically let people know, like, look, I love you and I'm here for you and you've got my compassion, but I'm out just now, you know where I am when you need me. Easier said than done, I know, when people are in chaos. Right, okay, so where's the masculine at? Boundaries. Because look, your masculines are blossoming, so you see how that really made sense. If you allow other people basically to treat you like crap, whether they realise they're treating you like crap or not, doesn't mean, you know what I mean? When people are in their own pain, they can't see that, but if people are if people are intentionally hurting your feelings and you know you don't deserve it, then you need to step away from that until others can do better. And sometimes people can't, and you have to break away. There's been loads of people in my life that I've had to do that with, but sometimes people can see the error of their ways and they can do better. And again, that's when you just accept someone's apology and you move on, but be discerning, because there's a lot of people that are being revealed in these times. You are just getting started, but that isn't everyone. So, sometimes people are just in a rough place and they can take things out on you and then they can apologise. You're just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. But yeah, that, I feel that really, and that came up in the shorts. can't remember what day, but that really depicts what that's the posh word, but yeah, what I was saying is like, you know, it's a very subtle process that's going on here. So I think people are being faced with these dilemmas where someone's in pain in your life that isn't your twin. But if it gets to the point where it's actually stressing you out too much, it's affecting your energy, just be aware it will affect your twin as well. So whatever that means to anyone. So protect your energy. You know, it doesn't make you a bad person to have boundaries and put yourself first, especially if you've waited a long time for something, true love, or, you know, some kind of success or something like that. Put yourself first. People need to hear that out there. Right. What do we need to know about the feminine? Another thing. 6. Oh yeah, look. 6 chakra archangel Metatron. So again, it's like, look, you're seeing the truth. You're seeing that that's part of your ascension, your spiritual awakening, to see the truth of things. And no tomorrow. So it could have something again. That's funny because it could be like not tomorrow, like no tomorrow, or no tomorrow. But that song's actually about like, it doesn't matter where you are with someone, you're going to have fun. Basically, that's what it means to me. But yeah, it's like seeing through the truth of something. And on the bottom, we've got yin yang. Look, and that's like, they're basically just, that's basically what I just said. Like, if you see if you see the truth, right, then don't put up with that chaos from other people that you don't deserve. Doesn't mean you can't support people, but if people are being not very nice to you, I was about to say a dick, but if people are not being very nice to you, so somebody must feel like it's, you know, you got to put yourself first. Basically, if you're on the receiving end of some kind of treatment, it doesn't feel very good, then, you know what I mean? It's common sense. Because it will affect your twin flame connection. It's a test. And look, romance is behind it. So, right, Divine Masculine, what's going on with them? Again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but it will resonate with who it's meant to, and I'm going to end it in a minute. Yeah, because look, they're fucking making their way. How many times have I said, I'm on my way? They're on their way to you. Now, it doesn't mean literally, for some people it will be literally, but it's like, they're on their ascension journey. Look, this is, some Divine Masculines look quite fucking excited. I mean, some Divine Masculines are women out there, but you know what I mean? It's like, this can be any gender. It's like, look, pack my bags, I'm on my way. And on the bottom, because I've become Jesus, but what did I say? Come to Jesus moment. And that's hilarious, because I've not got loads of decks, I've got fucking Jesus on it, guys. Like, that's somebody having that moment of, fuck, I need to get to my twin flame. I need to get to Mary Magdalene. Away from these deceitful people that I fought on my back. I'm getting my shit together. I'm feeling secure, I'm feeling safe, my money's better. Oh, someone's isn't there though. But look, it could just be like, look, this is where I've been, but now I've heard God and I'm the man holding the coin. That's actually hilarious. So I can follow the path and I can be the man. Can be the man holding the heart. And my thinking woman can come out of overthinking. And she can be like, oh, the woman holding the heart. Look, the man and the woman holding the heart. That's often a karmic to me, but in this case it's not. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious, right? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know to end this? Let's just do 2 cards to end it. Give us one for the feminine. The sacred waters. Nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. How many messages about resting do we need to get? Interesting though, the James Arthur Running Away song came up. That song just basically says the whole way through it, I'm always running away from it. So, if that's happening in your union, you rest and focus on what lights you up. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. And that will help the ones that are feeling like that, because they won't feel like that forever. And the true feminines will wait on the true masculines. Well, it's not waiting, is it? We don't like the word waiting. You will just entertain yourself until they get their shit together. Right, because it's worth the wait, guys. That feeling will be worth the wait. Right, and the masculine, what do they need to know? The crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. I always say that feels about feeling worthy, and I did channel that actually not too long ago with the same card. I think it was in the shorts for last week. It's like some Divine Masculines are in that wave of feeling worthy and therefore ready to come towards you. Because they're hearing the inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and they're living courageously. That feels very full moon in Leo. Again, I'll do a video before Sunday, guys, but hey, you never know the way the energy goes. Maybe I won't. I'm joking, I will. But if I don't, then yeah, that's very much the energy of the full moon this weekend. So, but it's not time for it to end yet. I was going to try and end it on the hour, but what else do we need to end this on? Yeah, and then things can manifest. Look, the gardener can find his way to the garden. That sounds wrong. But look, manifestation. This is, forget the gender, this is linking the lower chakras, which is usually all about sex, and more sex, right? But it's in porn and whatever else, right? Whatever kind of, oh god, that would be a hilarious term to use in this context, but I'm not going to say it. You probably know what I was going to say, but I was going to, yeah, how else can I say that? It's just everywhere, you know, it's, everything I say sounds like an innuendo. Anyway, I need to go. But yeah, the lower chakras are linked with the heart chakra. This is the divine masculines. It's like, it used to be all about that. And that's how they could chase this person, that person, and put you out their mind and their heart for a little while. But that isn't possible. It's, yeah, for a lot. Yeah, and they want to come forward and be a proper gentleman is what that looks like. But yeah, they want to come forward with the flowers and the horse and the eagle, as you do. And get creative with you. And I've said before, that can be creative in the bedroom. It can be fucking creative with fucking twin flame missions. There's the Rainbow Warriors. And they're ready to walk through the door to the new earth and leave all the crap behind. Into the garden. Because true twin flames know that that's their life purpose, and you were always meant to come together in divine time, because you're fucking yin yang, you're twin flames, right? We're definitely ending it there. This was a funny one. Oh, it's funny. What, they always seem to make it about, oh no, it's 1 hour 10, no, wait a minute. Is that 1 hour 1 minute? I was going to say, like, a lot of these are like 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, but that was just over an hour. Anyway, love you. Oh, wait a minute. If I'd spoke a bit longer, it would have ended on 1 hour 1 minute and 44 seconds. In fact, it is going to, because I rambled for that long. Now I am meaning it. Let's see if we can do it.